And what's interesting is I got to come back on here today, you know. I go in kind of like, well, it's a full 4-course meal with me. So you may have had a few appetizers or hors d'oeuvres when I first started talking, but right now I want to talk about some other things. Another thing I like about Fox News, let's just talk about it, is I really enjoy Dana. I enjoy, Waters. I enjoy, of course, Sean. I enjoy Gutfield. He gets out of control. But as far as the team goes, it's like it's interesting. Here's what I want to say to you today: that Fox News is really cool. You learn so much, but not just about that. You learn other things, when you watch the news. Now, did you hear about the orcas? Did you hear about the whales and that? They're related to dolphins, and they're being very, very, very playful. They've taken down a few yachts, and they're bumping into them. Now, they go and they call them pods when there's a bunch of them together swimming and playing. Well, apparently they're hurting the yachts and the sailors and things like that, and it's dangerous right now. So they're in Paris and London, and I enjoy watching things as well like that, besides the rest of the things that are going on with the Trump trial and the things that are going back and forth. I find that the Discovery Channel's wonderful. I like to, learn about different things, but these orcas that are swimming around and being extra playful, that I don't even know how they know that, but they're saying that they are not aggressive. They're saying that they're actually just playing. So when they of course are playing and being abrupt and banging into their yachts and boats and things, and they've had to rescue, okay, some people and sailors from out there in this ocean. But there's a lot to learn in the world today, and there's always been presidents, hasn't there? You go through history, and there's been kings in the Bible, there's been kings in different stories we read in history, and Egypt and all around the world, hasn't there? So if you're interested, like when we were young, of course we called it social studies, history. If you liked going to that class and learning things, excuse me, then you might enjoy also what's going on today. So where we've come, where we're going, what's going on with the politics and things like that. Finding out about, the JF Kennedy, having that worm in his brain, that can happen, eating pork. So that's another reason. I stopped eating pork a long time ago, but you hear about different meat that could cause these type of problems and things from other countries. But listen, when you're hungry, you're hungry. But I'm not laughing at Biden. Some of the things that, he's acting up now, the way he talks, and, the way he pokes at Donald Trump. Donald Trump's going to disrupt. And for everybody out there that thinks the word disrupt is a bad word, it's a good word. Meaning the fact that he disrupts things. And I always like to use the story of the bowl with, you're going to make cookies. So you're going to put the flour, you're going to put the salt, baking soda, powder, you're going to put your shortening in there. And what are you going to do? You're going to put your eggs in there, aren't you? Well, once you put those eggs in there and get that big wooden spoon, you're going to disrupt. When you disrupt and disrupt and disrupt, and then you bake those cookies, they're really good. So many people through history have been disruptive that have been of a good cause. So I look at Donald Trump as a disruptive person that some people don't like. They just assume just leave it alone, and just leave well enough alone. Sometimes leave well enough alone is not always our answer. Sometimes our answer is like, I don't know, in life, have you ever just love somebody, but then you got in an argument and they would have never said the things to you that, they would have told you in a calm way, that the fight aggravated something, that it disrupted feelings that they wanted to release. Kind of like when people are in different relationships and it's that one thing, isn't it? It's just like, why are you so mad about this little thing? Well, it's all the little things you didn't address. It's all the little things you didn't say about the person that is very much aggravating you. So, it's easy to say you're going to bring something up. You're going to talk to that boss about your hours, or instead of being called a whistleblower, or excuse me, or being the person that says, hey, I just really didn't like that, or why does that always have to be such a negative, Why do you have to always be put in that position of, well, you see the bad, or, things like that. It's not necessarily true, So being critical is one thing, but also being just real about what's happening in the moment is a good idea. So it's Miss Cool coming on here again after my surgery, talking to you about what I'm talking about on this news, about the orcas, about the different things you learn in life, about what's happening. Now, I have friends, mind you, that don't even own a TV. Of course, it's their choice, but I find it extremely sad because they're not aware of a lot of things that you can learn. So for me, learning is just wonderful. Could I learn more? Could I spend more time learning more? Absolutely. Because when you learn, guess what? Where you're at. Learning helps you correct thoughts that were maybe untrue, things that you grew up and thought were correct. Just learning, just to redirect thoughts that, like I try to listen to both sides. I really do. I listen to both sides here.
Into the courtroom, rather. Michael Cohen will be back on the stand under cross-examination when court resumes. And so begins another hour here. I'm John Roberts in Washington. Sandra, this is going to be an interesting hour ahead.
Considering court resumes at 2:15, he oftentimes walks back in about like 2:10, so we should be seeing him shortly. I'm Sandra Smith in New York, and this is America Reports. So Trump's defense team has tried to portray Cohen as untruthful and vindictive, angry that he never got a job in the White House. Cohen is standing by his testimony that the payment that was made to Stormy Daniels was done at the direction of the former president.
But that is not what he said when he confided to former legal advisor Bob Costello years ago.
Yeah, this Costello, check him out. I like this. I like him.
He kept on saying over and over again, 10 to 20 times, I swear to God, Bob, I don't have anything on Donald Trump. And then when we got into the discussion of the Stormy Daniels NDA, he said specifically, and I cross-examined him on this was my idea.
We've got a team of legal and political voices.
So do you see what it's like, it's really interesting to watch what's going on. Of course, I don't know if I could have been an attorney. I guess you got a choice to do anything. Of course, some attorneys and lawyers might be better off baking bread, especially when it's concerned with OJ. So anyway, hey, let's just have a wonderful day here. Always know that you can make choices. Always know that you can change your mind. Always know that you can disagree or agree, and always know that it's a good day when you're alive. God bless you.